Hello, 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 dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. Let me just pause the music real quick. So we are here with the weekend reading, and that is for today, the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. Just FYI, I am in the kitchen, so there may be a little bit more noise than usual. My room is being used at the moment. It's actually quite exciting every time life is is giving birth, right? So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and see. I was definitely picking up this energy of the wait is over and communication is coming through. So a lot of people have been collectively either waiting for some type of news, waiting for communication from a specific person, or just waiting on a judgment on something. Whether this is in regards to a court hearing or something involving a judgment that needs to be called, right? This judgment again can be financially, like within the court, or a divorce finally putting through, or a closing on a house. It really depends on where it is that you personally are at right now with your life, but there's definitely a judgment being called during this weekend. Some of you may not hear about it until Monday or Tuesday, but the judgment is being called this weekend, is what I'm picking up. Whether it is that somebody's getting ready to come towards you to communicate something that you have been waiting for, somebody coming in with an apology. There is definitely that energy going around where people are trying to make amends with their past. So that's definitely being picked up during this time. There's definitely this energy of some of you seem to feel or think that you are stuck, but you actually aren't. You have actually come out of that energy, and the only thing that is keeping you, let's say, in that space, or feeling like you're still in that space, is the fact that your mental status, right, your perception on how it is that things are happening hasn't changed. There is definitely a huge energy this weekend for second opportunities. Again, there's something that you're given, is like this judgment call, is like a second, it's like a second chance of life, let's put it this way, whether it is within your romantic life or your financial life. But there's definitely this, here it is, like you have asked for this, you have prayed for this, and now it's being granted to you. So what is it that you're going to do moving forward? I do feel that some of you are definitely still, again, having that confusion when being presented with so many choices, when being presented with which direction to take, right? And the thing is that, again, if you go ahead and you kind of look back at where your life was about a year ago or so, you're going to see that the same choices that are available to you at the moment were available to you back then. Let's put it this way. So there's definitely here a needing to kind of take a step back. Some of you definitely have to get into a space where you are retrieving yourself for a moment to kind of look at the choices that are in front of you, right? Because in the past, whenever you rushed to make a decision, or you just rushed and went with whatever the first choice that was available, then you realized how it was that preceding those days, let's say, a day or two later, there were better choices that came along, right? So there's definitely a need here not to make any rash decisions this weekend. Um, let's see, what else do we have? There's definitely there's somebody that's coming towards you guys, and again, this can be for some of you, it is going to be someone from the past, where they're coming in and they're either telling you, or yeah, it's like they're not asking you, it's like they're telling you that they finally realize who you are to them, let's put it this way, or they finally realize or see your worth. For some of you, this can be somebody new that is coming in, that you're seeing this person in a different light. It's like you're allowing yourself to believe in love again. You're allowing yourself to believe in life again, because of your previous, let's put it this way, the previous relationships from the past kind of had you in a space where you had blocked yourself out from ever even thinking or believing that you can find love. And that is definitely being shifted around this weekend. Some of you have to be reminded that you do not have to justify your decisions or your choices to anybody. if you choose to go ahead and be in a relationship with somebody, that is your choice. And some of you are kind of like in this space where you guys know which direction you want to go, right? You know which path you want to go. You know who you want to be with. But it's like you kind of almost have to give those around you an explanation as to why you're choosing this person or why you're choosing this path, and you're being reminded not to do that, because when you do that, you're kind of in a way taking the power away from yourself and giving it to someone else. Whatever it is that you choose to do with your life is your choice. It is not anyone else's, and you guys have to be reminded of that during this time. There's definitely this sense of the struggles that you guys have been going through when it comes to finances. It's like that again has been lifted. It is more of a matter of looking at the opportunities that are right in front of you at this moment and taking advantage of them. A lot of you have things literally brought to your door, brought to your front door, and it's like you don't even realize the synchronicities that are around you and how it is that everything is literally flowing. There is definitely here a change that some of you are being asked to make. And again, a lot of that change is coming from that mental battle, right? So if you're used to constantly struggling with money, there is definitely here a perspective that needs to shift when it comes to material gains, when it comes to manifestation of money. Because if you continue to look or be in that energy of the past, let's put it this way, if you continue to be in the energy of the past, of the lack mentality, then that is what you're bringing forth. So just be very cautious this weekend when it comes to your thoughts. There is this there's something coming up. There's some type of secret, let's put it this way, that somebody has been keeping. For some of you, this does include a pregnancy. It can be that you have been keeping a pregnancy secret, or somebody has been keeping a pregnancy secret from you, and this is coming out. Is coming out to light during this weekend. So just do not be surprised if somebody calls you up and tells you like an ex is pregnant by somebody else, or that an ex got somebody else pregnant. Because again, this is coming up because it's like, for some of you, it's like you guys either still had hope in a connection from the past, and getting this news is what is actually going to give you that push forward to really release the past, or really release the person from the past. Let's go ahead and see. Somebody's losing a lot of sleep at night, thinking about what they walk away from, thinking about what they lost. And whoever that is, and again, it doesn't have to be romantically, this can be friendship, this can be material losses that you had, or whatever it is know that whatever has been removed out of your space, whatever has been removed out of your energy, is for your growth, is for your betterment. And whatever it is that is going to replace that, whatever it is that is coming your way, is going to be greater than what you had. Because again, it's like there has been this kind of like, how can I put it this way? It's like, yeah, the slate has been wiped clean, but it's like there has been this line drawn on, like, you know what, anything below this line we do not look at, anything below this line we don't go back to. It is about living in the now and realizing that every step we take right now is what is creating our future. So there's definitely that sense of acceptance when it comes to things that didn't plan out in the past, and really allowing yourself to release that, and really allowing yourself to move forward, put it that way. So now let's go ahead and see, what do we have for the cards. We are going to, let me just get my pen, guys. We're going to go ahead and we're starting off with who are we starting off with? We're going to start off with Capricorn. I'm just looking to see how the list is going. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull out some cards for Capricorn. All right. So we have the Three of Wands, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and then we have the Divine Tower, right? So when we go ahead and we look at these cards, right, is like there's definitely something, Capricorns, that you guys are no longer investing your time or your energy in. You have this Tower moment. You know, when we think about changes and we think about drastic changes in our life, right? This is something that for you guys it has taken a lot of time, and it has taken a lot of courage to kind of walk away from this, whether this was a romantic connection or just kind of like getting out of that rut when it comes to your finances or to your life or anything like that. There's definitely been here a conscious choice to move away from those energy, to move away from anything that you feel resistant to, and allowing yourself to go with the flow. Because the thing is that the longer you fall either for something, or the longer that you fall something, the harder it was for you to kind of catch your breath, or to kind of feel like you were flowing, or like things were flowing in your life. So let's go ahead and see this Three of Wands. I definitely am picking up here that this is more of, again, this judgment that is being called, that is being brought forth. We have the Nine of Swords with the 10, with the Page of Wands and the King of Wands. So there's definitely something that has ended. There has been some type of struggle, whether within your romantic connection, whether within your finances, or whether within yourself. If you were having any turmoils or anything like that within yourself, that is coming to a close. And a lot of you during this weekend are going to either receive some type of news, or you're just going to have this feeling within yourself of this knowing that that struggle is over. With the Ace of Swords, what do we have with the Ace of Swords in the reverse? So with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, we have the Five of Swords in the upright, the Eight of Wands, and then the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So again, it's like there's definitely this... It's not a giving up. I feel that this is more of a surrendering, surrendering to what it is that spirit has for you, what it is that the universe has planned out for you. Because again, the harder that you tried to go towards something, or the harder that you tried to fight for something, the more difficult things in your life became, the more difficult that it was for you to either manifest or to keep up, let's say, with your bills or things like that. It's like, the minute that you surrender and you stop trying to control everything starts to fall into place, right? And there's definitely this this awareness that is coming into play at this moment that, you know, we have to stop fighting what it is that is trying to be manifested in our life. We have to stop fighting what it is, the gifts, the blessings that are trying to come in towards us, and allow ourselves to be in a place of receiving. With the Divine Tower, which I actually kind of like that card, because it's like, again, there is a huge change here, a huge transformation happening if you allow yourself for it to happen. For some of you, this definitely does have to do with matters of the heart. We have the Six of Cups in the reverse, the Ace of Swords, and then the Page of Swords, and they're all in the reverse. So again, you're not going into that space anymore, Capricorn, where you're fighting with somebody, or you're fighting for someone's attention or someone's approval in something. Instead, you are allowing judgment to be called upon the situation that you are you're currently, let's put it this way, currently thinking about, so that judgment can finally come to the situation. For some of you, that may result in walking away completely from a connection and meeting somebody new. For some of you, this may be a reconciliation with somebody from the past. But again, that really depends on where it is that you are at the moment, and where your energies are at, Capricorns. So we're going to go ahead and we're moving on over to Scorpios. So let's go ahead. 3 cards for Scorpios for this weekend. 3 cards for Scorpios. They all came in the reverse, guys. We have the Dreamer of Wands, the Priestess of Dreams in the reverse, and then the Sun in the reverse. And you know, the thing is with this is like, you may look and you're like, oh damn, I'm gonna have a horrible weekend, but not necessarily in a sense, because with these cards, what I'm picking up is that there's a lot of growth, right? There has to be a release here. There has to be a broken the breaking down, excuse me, the breaking down of a illusion, right? Some of you were running away from something, and I've been saying this for a while, Scorpio. It's like, are you guys running towards something or away from something? And this is like the time where there's no more running, right? This is the time where you're going to be purging a lot this weekend, Scorpios, where it comes to releasing and allowing yourself to really allow yourself to feel, because for so long, again, you guys were suppressing your emotions and suppressing what it was that you were being led to release. So there's definitely here that, of just having to release an illusion and having to go back to yourself and really know that once you hit a certain level, right? Once you hit rock bottom, how they say, there's nowhere else other than to go up. So just kind of look at it that once you're done with these energies and this weekend, things are going to start changing for you. You're going to start again looking at things from a different perspective. But there's definitely this space where there was an illusion that you were holding on to that needs to be released, and that is going to happen this weekend for you guys, Scorpios. So with the Dreamer of Wands, we have the Six of Swords with the Two of Cups in the reverse, and then the King of Swords in the reverse. So there's definitely, there's something here in your heart, right? Whether it was that you walked away from someone or someone walked away from you, somebody put up some walls between you and them, right? And this either kind of left you in a space of either, again, not knowing which way to go. It's like whenever you follow your intuition or what you think is your intuition when it comes to love, you end up either getting hurt or hurting someone else. And that is mainly, again, it's going to be shown to you this weekend, because that is mainly about unresolved healing that you have not gone into, unresolved issues from the past that you have yet to deal with. So during this time, I do feel, Scorpios, that you guys are going to be dealing with it. You guys are going to allow yourself to feel for the first time at that level that allows you to release, that allows you to kind of let go, right? And trust. So we have the High Priest, the Priestess of Dreams, excuse me, in the reverse, and then we have the Page of Wands, the Page of Wands in the reverse, the King of Cups in the reverse, and then we have the Nine of Cups. But what this is going to allow you, again, it's like while you're in it is going to suck, is going to feel like, seriously, why did I even bother dealing with these emotions, right? But what is going to happen with you during this time, Scorpios, is that again you're going to find this self-love or self-worth that you have never seen before, right? Because again, there is an illusion here that you have to jump from person to person in order to feel that void. And now it's like that is being broken down so that you know that you don't have to live with that void. You don't have to live with that space where you feel like you have to have someone in order to make you feel like you're worth it, or in order to make you feel like you matter. Because as you can tell from the past, from your own personal past experience, that has not worked out for you, right? With the Sun in the reverse, we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, the Six of Pentacles, and then the Three of Wands. So you're definitely, you're hoping that once you get out of this energy, right? Once you release, once you forgive yourself, once you forgive others, once you accept, right? You're hoping to try to find balance. I do feel that a lot of this balance is genuinely wanting to find balance within yourself. Just be very careful, Scorpio, that you're not, if you're choosing to go towards somebody, because there is some type of hesitation here of wanting to find balance with someone, right? Wanting to reach out to someone. Make sure that you're not doing that out of fear. And that you know exactly where it is that your emotions and your feelings are. Because if you go towards somebody from your past to try and find balance with them because you don't like the way that you feel right now, then growth hasn't really occurred. All you're really doing is repeating a cycle. So just be careful with that, guys, during this weekend. I would recommend this weekend kind of try not to reach out to restart or rekindle something with somebody unless you are 100% sure that those feelings are actually coming from the right place and not so much a fear of not wanting to be alone. So Libra, so let's go ahead and see, what do we have for Libra? So Libra, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Whatever it is that you do not want to let go of, whatever it is that you don't want to face, there is a space here of somebody really not liking confrontation. So whenever something comes up, you kind of shy away from it or you run away from it. There is this space where you need to stop running away from situations that need to be settled. There are doors that you need to close. There are boundaries that you need to set, and running away from them is not going to do anything for you, right? You're hoping that if you ignore it, right, like out of mind, out of sight, or out of sight, out of mind, however it is that it goes, but it's not the case, right? The more that you ignore this, the more that you're feeling the pressure of it, whether it is in love or again in any other part of your life. There's something that you are avoiding or that you're trying to ignore, that you're being asked to face it and deal with it. For a lot of you, this could be just your finances. Be very careful. We have the Seven of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and then we have the Nine of Swords. Be very careful with overspending. Be very careful with going into that space or that energy where you are kind of like, to fill some type of void, you're going out shopping, you're spurging on things that are really not necessary at this time. Because if you don't pay attention to your finances, especially what you do this weekend, there's definitely here a setting a pattern for the next year is what I'm picking up. It's like you need the opportunity, to get out of that overspending pattern is available to you. So just make sure that you are making wise decisions when it comes to your money, right? With the Ace of Swords, again, we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. For a lot of you guys, again, whenever you feel emotionally down, whenever you feel depressed, whenever you feel like things are kind of like, it's like you go ahead and you buy yourself something pretty, you buy yourself something shiny to avoid dealing with the emotion. And what it is here, what is going to occur if you continue on with that is that the same thing that you're losing financially, you're going to continue on losing when it comes to connections and relationships. Because again, there is this focus or this need of needing to deal with something head on. And again, we have the Two of Swords with the Two of Cups and then the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry, guys. Isn't this? Oh, I got to put this on silent. Okay. So again, Libra, do not ignore your emotions. Do not ignore yourself from releasing. Do not ignore yourself from letting go. Don't hold on to this, whatever this is, whether it was somebody that did you dirty, somebody that did you wrong, or whether it was that you lost a job, whether it was that you lost, a friendship, you lost a loved one, whatever it was that was lost was for your betterment, for your growth. And don't keep yourself in this energy is what I'm picking up. Dealing with the emotions of this lost and releasing it, right? Because you don't want to live in the past, right? When we live on our emotions based on what happened, we're living in the past. So it's like, look at what you have now. Look at the balance that you actually have now, and do not allow yourself to be dragged back to a past energy. Just deal with whatever it is that is facing you at the moment, Libra. So let's go ahead and we're moving on over to Aries. We have two cards that flew out. We have the Ten of Swords with the Five of Pentacles and the Dream Protector in the reverse. So there's definitely an ending that you're feeling, right? You might be feeling a lot of pressure this weekend when it comes to either making a decision or finally putting action to a decision that you made, right? But I do feel that this is going to allow you again to I feel that some of you feel that you're living in someone else's shadow, right? whether it's a sibling, a family member, a friend, a coworker, and it's like you kind of want to just get from under this person is what I'm picking up. You want to go ahead and start your own thing, have your own thing, and something is being revealed to you this weekend. How it is to move away from that energy, right? Of like, this is like somebody that either feels like, again, like you're living under someone's shadow, or like you are constantly being attacked. And that mentality, that perspective on things needs to change. You have to realize that you have the authority over your own life and over the changes that you want to make. And again, because you have been in a space for so long where you were blaming others for your indecisions, right? You kind of, it just kind of became a habit, and you need to move away from that, Aries. Because again, with this 10 of swords, it's like, yes, it's going to be uncomfortable as you're going through the changes, as you're releasing this, because I feel that this is more of, Aries, you have been, the reason why you feel like you're under someone else's shadow, or like so many people are attacking you, and I'm sorry to laugh, is because when you are given the chance to make a choice, you don't make a choice. Therefore, others are making the choices for you. With the 10 of swords, we have the 3 of pentacles, the 8 of pentacles in the reverse, and then the 3 of wands. If you're having financial issues, you have to realize where it is that you're spending your money. You have to realize who it is that you're sharing your money with, or who it is that you're helping. Again, a lot of you allow other people to make decisions for you, and that needs to end. That needs to definitely end. Who is a, there's somebody that you blame, somebody that walked away from you for your money troubles. We have the Page of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups, all in the reverse. There was some type of security that left, some type of either financial security or some type of emotional security that left when someone walked away, or when you walked away. And you're either wondering or worrying if walking away from this person, if you were the one that walked away, was the right choice. Some of you want this person, if this person walked away from you, some of you want this person to regret walking away from you. And with the Dream Protector in the reverse, we have the 5 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Again, realizing that your choices, or not making a choice, right? Allowing others to make a choice for you, is what has gotten you to where you are now. So if you want change, it has to start with you. The change has to start with you. And you're going to have to start making those tough calls that you have been ignoring, or that you have let just others make for you. You're more than capable, and you need to realize that. So let's go ahead and move on over to Virgo. Virgo, what is in your energy? So we have the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, the Ace of Swords in the upright, and then the Moon Chariot in the reverse. I kind of like this setup for you guys, because it's like you guys are taking action, or taking a step forward towards what it is that you want. You're no longer sitting waiting on somebody, or waiting on someone to make a decision. Some of you were waiting. It's like they either had you as a choice, if this is in love, where somebody was kind of weighing their pros and cons between you and another person. And you just kind of wake up one day and you're just like, you know what, I'm not even going to deal with this. I'm going to make the choice myself, and I'm just going to walk away from this, because if somebody has me as an option, it's definitely, I do not want to be there. I do not want to be in those energies, right? So there's definitely a choice here that is being made. For some of you, this can be just finally getting started on your own business, or starting on a project that is going to bring a lot of financial freedom. Because again, it's like you no longer want any area of your life, let's put it this way, to to depend on others, to depend on other people's choices, or if they choose you, right? So if you have been waiting for a promotion and it's not coming, you're just like, you know what? I can be the boss. So why don't I just go ahead and start something on my own? So there's definitely an action being taken at this time, Virgo. So we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, the Three of Wands, and then the Six of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse card. And this is definitely realizing that you don't have to stay stuck, realizing that you don't have to stay where you are, realizing that you can change your life by the choices that you're making, by, you know, doing something that allows you to feel like yourself, and allows you that space of like freedom is what I'm picking up. The Ace of Swords, you want to feel free. You want to be free to be yourself. You want to be free to love how you love. And maybe the person that has you as an option, Virgo, there's restrictions there on how it is that you can express your love towards them, or how it is that they can express their love towards you. So we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse with the Knight of Wands and then the Six of Swords. So I do feel that by standing up for yourself, whether in love or in your career, your life, any area of your life, there's definitely going to be tension that is going to be built, right? People are not going to like it when Virgo goes ahead and stands up for themselves, when Virgo goes ahead and takes the lead. But you're definitely in this space where you're just like, well, if you don't like it, you don't have to be around. And that's really honestly the truth. If somebody doesn't like the actions or the places that you're headed to, then it is okay for them to stay behind. But you know what it is that you have to cut off. You know what it is that you have to go towards, and you're not allowing yourself to be stuck anymore. With the Moon Chariot, we have the Four of Cups in the reverse, the Nine of Swords, and then the Knight of Pentacles. And definitely this is going to be, again, you are going to feel the emotional loss of either walking away from someone or walking away from something. But I do feel that you're going to go through that energy, if it makes any sense, fairly quickly, right? Where you are going to allow yourself to release something regardless of how hard it is, because you know that it's harder to hold on to something that is not working than to release it. So you are allowing yourself, you're giving yourself that permission to go ahead and release something or someone from the past, Virgo, in order to go ahead and walk towards what it is that you're trying to manifest. Hello, what is it? TTT. Hi. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on over to Cancer. 3213. So what do we have for Cancer for this weekend? This light in the kitchen is so bright, but if I turn it off, then it's too dark in the video. So we have the Innocent, the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Lord of Cups, right? We have two in the reverse and one in the upright. There's definitely this Cancer, this energy of wanting to start something new, right? You feel the energies, you feel the newness of things, right? And wanting to move forward in that direction, right? There's something that didn't plan out. There's something that you have been asked to walk away. And it's like, you finally have the courage to take that leap of faith. And you finally have the courage to go ahead and listen to your intuition about what it is that you need to release, or how it is that you have to manifest something. There is an old way of doing things that is no longer working, that is being released. We have the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and then the Seven of Swords. So again, against all odd, right? Against the fear that you're feeling, or the uncertainty of starting something new, you're going for it. Because again, you do not want to be stuck in the space or in the energy that you're currently in, right? Where you just kind of feel like, if you stay where you're at, there's no change, right? You're repeating the same things, right? You're having the same financial issues. You're having the same emotional issues within yourself, problems, the same everything, and you just want to change, right? And change is going to come when you go ahead and release, when you go ahead and you allow yourself to, again, those burdens that have been holding you back, you allow yourself to release them. With the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Three of Cups, and then the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So you guys were definitely, I feel that when it came to making decisions in your life, when it came to starting this new beginning, you were hesitating or you were holding on because you were waiting for an offer. You were waiting for someone to come through. You were waiting for some type of sign, right? Something to come through, something to let you know that it was time, right? Whether it was you were expecting an ex to come back, whether you were expecting some type of judgment to come in, like financially or whatever. And it's like you're receiving that so that you can move forward, right? So in the midst of releasing, right? In the midst of letting go, in the midst of closing all those doors behind you, you are celebrating what it is that is to come. You are celebrating, you're allowing yourself to be hopeful for what it is that is coming towards you and what it is that you're walking towards. And you're just being grateful for the lessons that you have learned. And you're just allowing yourself to really embrace everything during this time. It's like you guys are accepting the good and the bad and moving forward in what it is that your intuition is guiding you to do during this time. With the Lord of Cups, we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, the Six of Swords, and then the Four of Cups in the reverse. No longer willing or wanting to invest in anything that you feel is not, it's not worth your time and energy. And that's just completely that simple. Whether this is, relationships as far as like friendships or with your family members, your co-workers, the time and energy that you give to work, the time and energy that you give to your hobbies, whatever it is, there's whatever it is that is not bringing you emotional satisfaction, whatever it is that you feel that throws you out of balance, Cancer, you are removing out of your space and out of your life. So now we're going to go ahead and we're moving on over to Aquarius. 3616. What do we have for Aquarius? All right. We have the Temperance in the reverse, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Aquarius, that imbalance, that not knowing what to do, that uncertainty, that energy of I'm so freaking confused. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I know what I want, but I don't know how to get it. I don't know how to go towards it, right? That energy is being cleared out of your way. I do feel that you guys are going to find balance. The funny thing is that you guys are going to find balance when it comes to that space or that energy of self-reflection. You're going to have this moment this weekend where you realize how it is that you are holding yourself back. What it is that has been holding you back within your own mind, within your own thoughts. Because for some of you, it's like, again, you were looking to put blame outside of yourself, and that is being removed and allowing you to really self-reflect on what it is that you yourself have done to get yourself to the position where you are. Why is it that when it comes to relationship, when it comes to love, when it comes to manifestation, you seem to just not get it? And it's because of how it is that you view yourself or how it is that you speak to yourself. So there's definitely a need here of needing to believe in yourself enough to move forward with your life. You need to stop doubting yourself, and you need to stop doubting your choices so much. It's like you guys would take like a week or two to make a decision, and then within hours of making the decision, you guys are back at it again. Like, wait, was that the right decision? Was that the right choice? And that energy needs to be released from your space. With the Temperance in the reverse, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and then the Six of Wands. For some of you, there's definitely been this stagnant energy, or this energy of wanting to find balance in your day-to-day life, right? Wanting to find balance when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your career, like, the day-to-day things. Maybe you were having a hard time staying on track when it came to, getting your workouts and with cleaning your house, with, meeting up with friends to do this or whatever it was. There's definitely this energy of, again, you need to remember that you're just one person. I feel like a lot of you Aquariuses need to hear that. You're only one person. There's only, stop Stop tearing yourself down when you can't help everybody or when you can't do everything. You have to remember that you're one person, and the same way that as hard as you work and as hard as you try to help others is the same way that you should be spending time with yourself and you should be taking care of. So it's like there's definitely this kind of like refocus to yourself during this weekend. I don't know if some of you are going to like the spa or going away just for like the weekend, just to kind of like feeling like you're recharging or resetting yourself, because you're just like, you know what, I've been feeling way too drained. With the Two of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and then the Nine of Swords. Again, the ending to that imbalance when it comes to the struggles is like the ending is here, but it's like you have to be able to see it, right? And the thing is that with a lot of you Aquariuses, again, it's like when it's like is this type of thing, like when you see it, it's like you can't unsee it. You're not going to, as much as life tries to get you back into old patterns and old behaviors, once you see this, once this clarity comes in, there's no going back to doing things the old way. With the Six of Cups, what do we have? The Two of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. The King of Swords, excuse me. With the Six of Cups, again, acceptance is definitely a thing here. Moving away from that energy of feeling like a victim with all the circumstances, right? Life happens. Things are always going to happen. Not everything is always going to go your way. It is about how it is that you handle yourself in those situations that you have to pay attention to during this time. Because again, there is this old pattern that is being broken down when it comes to your day-to-day. That if you guys were, again, having a lot of, you guys were really tired, you guys were sleeping a lot, you guys were having a hard time getting up in the morning, all of that energy is like this weekend, it's like you're getting a boost, like, okay, let's start fresh. Let's leave those energies behind and let me remind you of who you are and what it is that you're capable of doing when you set your mind to it. It's like some of you are like, okay, I'm always tired, but it's like that is all you're speaking over your life. You're just like every single day, you're like, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. But you're not realizing that the more that you're saying it, the more and more tired you're becoming. So it's something like that is occurring with you guys this weekend, that you're just realizing that what has been happening or what has been occurring in your life is what you have been speaking over your life during the past few months. So we're going to go ahead and we're moving on over to Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, oh, it's 10:39 already. It may get a little loud in a few minutes, guys, just because the kids have a break and I am in the kitchen. So Sag, the Ace of Swords is coming in for a lot of people. Again, and these are repetitive cards. And it's like with the Ace of Swords, the Moon Chariot in the reverse, and then the Seven of Pentacles. I do feel that you guys are definitely in the space of, I don't know who it was that was in the space of surrendering to the divine, surrendering to spirit, to what it is that that is trying to come through. There's definitely this no longer wanting to resist. I do feel that you guys have left a lot of opportunities pass you by because of fear of letting go of somebody or fear of letting go of resentment that you have towards somebody. So it's like you guys were blocking yourself and you're realizing that. So it's like now you're refocusing your energy on what it is that you have to block so that you don't block yourself. I hope that makes sense, guys. With the Ace of Swords, we have the Four of Cups in the reverse, the Three of Swords, and then the Five of Cups. Yeah, there's a connection here that really meant a lot to you guys. And when this person walked away or you walked away from them, regardless of what it was, when this came to an end, you didn't want to accept it. You didn't want to accept this ending. You didn't want to accept this person walking away, and you were trying to hold on. You you were asking, you were praying for this person to return, and it's like that door has been closed and there has to be an acceptance of it. With the moon chariot in the reverse, it's like, again, you guys are asking or wanting something that is no good for you. This is a relationship of somebody that was either very manipulating or somebody that emotionally they play like they were emotionally abusive, let's put it this way, and you guys are failing to see that, and this is why this person hasn't been able to reach out. It's like spirit is stepping in and letting you realize, like, no, this is not the person, this is not the person for you. This is not the person for you guys, and it's hard, right? It's hard when you invest your time and your energy, and especially like if you spend a lot of years with this person. We're looking at like five plus years, right? And it's like, did I really waste all of that time? And that's kind of like what you guys are asking yourself, like, no, like I didn't go through all of this with this person for then just to be happy with somebody else. But if you're still looking at that connection, or you're looking at them happy with someone else from that space, is because you haven't allowed yourself to forgive yourself or to forgive this person for whatever it is that they've done. So you need to you need to be honest with yourself, Sagittarius. Yeah. You want to find that balance with the Seven of Pentacles. You want to be able to find that balance, right? But there's definitely this here of not seeing a situation for the truth of what it is, but instead trying to make excuses for why this person treated you a certain way. And that needs to end. That needs to end, and it needs to end now, because you're hurting yourself and you're putting yourself in a bigger hole by holding on to what you thought something was, to what you wanted something to be versus what something actually is. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and we're moving on over to Taurus. 4626. So Taurus, let's go ahead and see, what do we have for Taurus? Taurus. Ooh. So we have the Ouroboros, the Six of Wands, and then the Five of Cups. You guys this weekend are definitely going to be in this. There's something that you're looking for clarity on, right? I feel that this has a lot to do with your path, right? Where do I go from here? How do I do this? How do I manifest this? How do I start this? And again, it's like there's a new idea or something that you guys want to bring into fruition, something that you guys want to create, something that you guys want to share with the world, right? But there's a need, again, when I was picking up the collective energy as a whole, where you kind of need to step back, right? And look at it from a different perspective, and the answer is going to be revealed to you, because some of you are overthinking something that is very simple, Taurus, something that has a very practical, logical explanation to it. You guys are kind of like overthinking it, and that's why you guys haven't been able to take an action on it. So give yourself this the time this week to go ahead and meditate, to really go ahead and spend that time with yourself so that you can see the logical aspect of this, right? Because it's like something was revealed to you as far as like when it comes to your path, how to move forward. But it's like the little logical steps or the little practical steps that you have to take in order to achieve that is trying to come through. So again, is the Two of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and then the Four of Swords with the Ouroboros. And it's like, do not give up on this, because it may seem impossible. It may seem like it may be too much, but it's definitely what your soul is calling you to do. It's definitely part of your path, right? So there's definitely here a not letting, right? Don't go. Hearing the puppies crying. There's definitely the space of like, you tend to jeopardize things before you even get started, right? So it's like you know what you want to do, right? You know what you're being led to do, but it's like you're already thinking of like everything that could go wrong with it, and you're being told not to look at it from that perspective, because this creative thing, right? This whatever it is that you're being asked to release, whatever it is you're being asked to do, it was given to you because you can handle it. Now, the only thing that's going to trap you again is your mind. If you allowed yourself to tell yourself that you can't do it, or if you allow yourself to tell yourself that it's impossible. With the Six of Wands, we have the Three of Wands, the King of Cups, and then the Knight of Swords. So again, this is something where you're going to have to definitely go into that space or that energy, Taurus, where you're going to have to be your biggest champion, right? You're going to have to be your biggest cheerleader. You're going to have to tell yourself, yes, I can do this. Yes, this is what I feel that to do, so that you can actually go ahead and take those steps. You can actually go ahead and start this, because again, I do feel that this is going to grow for you guys, but it's this inner battle within yourself. Do not think about, or do not bring that energy of whatever didn't work out, whatever didn't pan out in the past. That needs to be left behind. If you're going to go ahead and look at any businesses or anything that you tried in the past and you couldn't, then there is this was it Sierra? Oh, you're welcome. There's definitely this space where you have to realize that if something didn't plan out for you in the past, let's say when it came to business, when it came to creative things, then you can look at that energy, or you can look at that space from a space of learning. Okay, what was it that I was led to do that I didn't do, right? Where was it that my intuition was trying to lead me one way and I went the opposite way? So the things from the past are there, right? It's not that we just ignore them completely, but we only go towards them, or we look at them from a space or an energy of learning. What was the lesson within that? So whatever didn't plan out for you in the past, what was it that you learned when it came to business? What was it that you learned, whether it's a YouTube channel, what was it that you learned back then? What was the lesson in the past that can help you now actually get this off the ground, or actually get this started? And that is what you have to go ahead and do. Sweetie, you can come out of the room. That's fine. Just try to keep it down, okay? So with the Five of Cups, we have the Seven of Wands, the King of Wands, and then we have the Five of Wands. So again, there's definitely this need in order to be able to get the clear message from your intuition, right? In order to be able to really have that clarity that you're seeking, you are going to have to take a step back, whether that is from seeking or looking for approval from others, or trying to get 20 people's opinion, right? And what it is that you're trying to do, or what it is that you're going to do, right? Some of you have to move away from that energy, because some of you, this is something for you to start. This is something for you. This is not for you to share at the baby stage with anyone else. This is for you to start, to implement it, to get it out there. And then, trust me, you're going to attract those that are meant to follow this, or that are meant to come your way because of this, whatever it is that you're creating, right? But do not fall into that space again, because I feel that whoever it is that you're going to ask for advice, this person, and I don't feel that they're ill, like there's a ill intention, but they may not give you the best advice, because their advice is coming more from a place of fear, because they themselves never follow their own dreams. So now we're going to go ahead and we're moving on over to Pisces. 5240. And then we have Gemini and Leo afterwards. If you guys would like me to pull out some, I'm going to pull out some oracle cards at the end. If you would like some, just let me know in the chat. Hey, buddy, what happened? So with Pisces, we have, of course, and I was picking this up, and it was like silent, right? Some of you are feeling like spirit is being silent, like spirit is not revealing something to you. The universe is ignoring you. We have the Spirit of Wands in the reverse with the Lord of Wands, and then the Five of Wands. What have you actually been doing? Let's put it this way, to get your clarity, right? Are you meditating? Are you praying? Are you spending that time with yourself to get the clarity? Or are you just kind of like, well, because there is definitely a, and I've seen this energy before where somebody's trying to negotiate. Well, I can give this up, but I don't want to give this up. And it's like, no, when you're being asked to release something, you have to release it, release whatever it is, right? You don't get to release 2/3 of it and keep 1/3 of it. And that's kind of like the energy of like why some of you may feel disconnected when it comes to spirit, when it comes to the universe. Because guys, I'm live. Because when it comes to the what you're being asked to release, right? You want to hold on to something. You want to hold on to something, and you're being told over and over again that this thing is not coming with you. This thing is not going to make it through the door with you. It's like you want to bring in too much baggage from your past. You want to bring in too much baggage from your past. Excuse me. The Five of Swords in the reverse, the Nine of Swords, and the King of Swords. Again, you're resisting a change. You're resisting yourself from allowing yourself to let go, right? It's too painful to go there. It's too painful to deal with that emotion. It's too painful to release this person. Can I just bring this pain with me and I'll deal with it when I get to the other side? And Spirit is like, no, you need to release this in order to get to the other side, because you're stuck in the energy where you are currently at because you're failing to release this person or this situation. This hurt, this pain needs to be released. With the Lord of Wands, we have the Three of Swords, the Page of Swords, and then the Knight of Cups. And again, it's like the moment that you, and like, again, whether it is 5 different things that you're being told to release or whatever it is, the moment that you start releasing one of those one by one, you start to see how things starts to shift, right? You start to see how you start to manifest what it is that you want, how it is that you within yourself start to feel that alignment. And now the microwave is on, guys. So again, this is definitely going to be one of those videos where there's mad distractions. But anyways, there's this space where once you allow yourself to release, then you start to see what it means to like kind of go with the flow, what it means to allow the universe, to allow spirit to reveal things and to actually gift you with what it is that you have been waiting for. With the Five of Wands, again, a lot of you have been in this space of this tug of war back and forth with not releasing. It's like, I want to go there, but I want to bring all of this over. It's like, are we finally going to get out of that energy? Because some of you are definitely resisting it. Starting the reading, a lot of you are resisting it. You're just like, no, 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 no. We have the King of Cups in the reverse, the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and then the Seven of Wands. There's this space here that if you release someone, you feel like you're never going to have the same emotional satisfaction. You feel like this is too much of an emotional loss. But regardless of how much of an emotional loss it is, some of you are definitely surrendering. Even if it's at the last minute, at the last second, I feel that the pain of holding on to this, or the pain of holding on to this person, is going to push you into that moment where you just kind of break down literally and just kind of cry and ask to be released of this, because it's just becoming too uncomfortable. And that's kind of like what tends to happen. It's like things get, when you refuse to release something, when you refuse to let go of something, things do become increasingly uncomfortable so that you can surrender, so that you can release. So with Gemini, let's go ahead and see Gemini. Hey, Mama. Hi. What are you looking for? On top of the microwave? Gemini. And guys, yes, again, there's a lot of distraction in this video. As a mom of 4, 2 dogs, there is a lot of multitasking. So Gemini. Okay, so we have the Ouroboros, the Nine of Swords in the reverse, and then the Four of Wands. Honesty? I know, you guys are probably looking at me like, how the hell she sees this? No, there's definitely a space here of realizing that you are not in the same space, right? You are not hurt how you once were. You have come a long way. There are some of you that are trying to gauge your growth based on your financial mean, your material things, right? And you need to see the changes, excuse me, within yourself, the growth within yourself. Because a lot of you were definitely in a space in the past where you would react very quickly to a lot of things, to little nuances, and you have outgrown that. And what is waiting for you now, this elevation, this new energy, this new path that is waiting for you here, it's because of the work that you have done. But a lot of you have failed to see the growth within yourself, because maybe financially at the moment or materialistically at the moment you are not receiving what you feel or you felt that you should have had at the moment. Abundance, guys, just does not just come financially. Abundance comes in a sense of your own worth, your own love. It comes in a sense of, just joy, gratefulness. It comes in so many like spiritual abundance, emotional abundance, fulfillment, and things like that. And there's definitely this, you have to look at all of that and how far you have actually come, Gemini. With the Ouroboros, yeah, there's definitely, with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, the Ace of Wands, and then we have the Eight of Cups. Again, you're trying to measure your growth on what you can actually see. And be careful, Gemini, that is not in relation to trying to prove someone wrong. If you went down this path, or you're going down your path, or you're doing something because you're trying to prove somebody wrong, that can be a quick initial motivation, but that should not be your sole motivation. Your sole motivation for what it is that you're trying to attain should always be for yourself, because it brings you joy, because it brings you happiness, because it brings you balance. And that may be where there's still this illusion that where you are at, or what you have gone through, what you have grown through, you should be financially like in a different area. With the Nine of Swords, we have the Three of Cups in the reverse, the Eight of Swords, and then we have the Three of Wands. You were either selling yourself short when it came to a connection, when it came to your finances. There has definitely been opportunities around you, let's put it this way, when it comes to get yourself out of that energy, when it comes to to have that financial stability, when it comes to manifesting things materialistically. But there was, again, this missing link, right? There's a missing link that is missing, that you're not seeing. And I feel that it does have to do getting yourself into that space where you're realizing where you are actually at, because a lot of you still think that you are in that broken space still, and you're not there. And it's like, wake up, hello, can you wake up? You're not there. You're not that person anymore. You're not. It's like, and I get it, because for some of you, you were in that energy for so long, it's like that is all you know. So it's kind of hard to kind of look at things or to be hopeful. But it's like you're not there, and it's like, just take this weekend, write yourself a letter of where it is that you are at, what it is that you have learned, what it is that you have grown through, and you're going to see that you're not in the same space. We have the Page, the Page, the King, and the Three of Swords. In order to get to the other side of this, again, there is this acceptance of you're no longer in the past. Or there's also this energy, again, if you're trying to prove someone wrong. I'm sorry, I'm trying to put my leg up and it's like there's not enough space here. But there's definitely the space of like, again, do this for you and not for someone else. Don't because when you start doing things like, whether it is that you want to lose weight because you want to prove somebody wrong, or you want to have this much of money because you want to prove somebody wrong, whatever it is, when your motivation is just that, there gets to a point where you lose it, right? You lose that motivation, right? Because either the person really doesn't care, or you already got the reaction you wanted from the person, right? So it's kind of like then you kind of lose momentum to what it is that you're doing, right? So when we release ourselves from wanting to prove someone wrong, right? Wanting to rub something in someone's face, and we focus on doing something because we want to, then there is this different energy, this different essence to what it is that you're doing, to what it is that you're creating, that the momentum never leaves you, right? Because it's something that brings you satisfaction, it's something that brings you joy. Even if, again, and there's nothing wrong with that energy of wanting to prove someone wrong, or wanting, revenge on somebody to be the initial motivation. That is the drive for a lot of people, and that's fine. But the point here with Gemini is that you have to at some point move away from that energy. So last but not least, we have Leo. Okay, so Leo, what do we have for Leo for this weekend? Lady of Swords, the Dreamer of Cups, and the Masters of Secret. Whew, okay. All right. So here we have your cards, Leo, right? I'm definitely picking up, there is, you're calling somebody out on their BS is the first thing that I'm picking up. You are setting some type of boundaries, right? With somebody. There's definitely something about the investments that you have been making when it comes to friends, families, lovers, sex buddies for some reason, for some of you. There's definitely some type of boundary that you need to set, right? Some of you are definitely not in that energy of you don't believe in being with just one person. You like being in open relationships, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But you're definitely being more open about it, or you are being very clear when it comes to communicating that with somebody. Because you're tired of people saying that you're either a player or this and that. And it's like, no, I just, at this moment in my life, for whatever the reason, you don't feel like you want to be tied down to one person. And you want to live your life as how it is that you feel that you want to, what feels natural to you, right? And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's definitely, just be prepared that some of the people that you're going to want to have included in this open relationship are not going to look at relationships or connections the same way that you do. So there may be somebody that you really want to be with, but this person is not into the same thing. I don't see that stopping you guys, because again, it's like Leo is very sure of who they are. They're really sure of what it is that they want. And again, they're no longer lying to the world about it. Whatever choice it is that you're making, right? It's like you're making it very clear to people that you're not backing down. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Cups with the Lady of Swords. So again, doing whatever it is that you need to do in order to find balance in your life, right? To find balance in the things that you're doing, the people that you're connecting with, and how it is that things are going to move forward. The main key for you guys this weekend, Leo, is definitely balance. You guys are trying to find balance at all costs, even if that means losing certain people based on your decisions, either based on your views on. For some of you, this can be as simple as your views in politics is going to have people walk away from you. Your views on, the financial market, it's going to have people, like, whatever choice it is that you're making, whether relationship, financial, political, religious, people are just kind of like, well, I can't agree with that, so I'm going to walk away from you. And that's kind of like a space where, again, we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, the Six of Cups, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, if somebody feels that strongly the opposite of you and they feel that because of that, it can be a part of your life or you guys can't even be friends, then you're just kind of like, it's bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. That's kind of like how you guys are taking it. It's like, I respect you for your opinions. I respect you for your choices. And if you can't respect me for mine and that makes you want to walk away, then bye. There's the door. Because you have learned in the past that, again, you can't change someone's mind, regardless of what it is, whether it's religious, political, relationships, or whatever it is. People are going to believe in whatever it is that they want to believe. And if it comes from within them to start looking in a different direction, so to start looking at things from a different perspective, then that will come to them when they are ready for it. But you're no longer in that energy, Leo, I feel, where you want to change anybody or you're trying to help people that do not want to help themselves. With the Master of Secrets, we have the King of Cups in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Seven of Wands. So you're definitely going to be moving into this energy or this space where you're finally at peace, right? You're at peace with your life. You're at peace with what it is that is coming in, and you're not allowing yourself whatever has been removed, whether it was that you walked away from you, situations, people. You're not letting that affect you anymore. You're not. You're just kind of like, all right, bye. It is what it is. For some of you, this is definitely going to be, this can be a foundation when it comes to a certain belief system, right? Something that maybe you believed in, whether it was within a religion or politics, whatever it is. There's something that you're realizing that there's really no need to fight about it, right? There's no need to go into that space or that energy where you're fighting other people to see things your way. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull out 3 cards from the Believe in Your Own Magic. These are going to be the 3 advice cards collectively for everyone. If you would like me to pull one individually for you, please just put it on the live chat and I'll pull out a advice card for you. So what is the first advice card for the collective for this weekend? What is the first advice card? The Flower. What is the second advice card? Gold. And the third. Of course. And it's like kind of like, I like it because it's kind of like it's kind of like a collective thing of like what everybody got when it comes to their reading. Why isn't this coming out? So the first advice card is number 17, and we have Flower. Be honest with yourself. Okay. Now you can take all 3 advice cards. You can take one. You can leave them. Again, guys, only take whatever resonates with you. Again, these are just collective readings. So sometimes they're going to resonate. Sometimes they're not. With the Flower, we do ourselves a major disservice when we aren't truthful with ourselves. There's something you know to be true, yet continue to ignore it. Lying to yourself may feel like the easiest thing to do, but things have changed. It's time for you to face reality, even if it makes you uncomfortable. No matter the outcome, it won't be nearly as bad as you think. With the second one, we have Gold, number 36. We have you don't need someone else to fix you. There's definitely a lot of self-awareness, a lot of just acceptance this weekend, to be honest with you. Someone is trying to convince you that you're broken beyond repair, unless you accept their helping hand, of course. If someone offers to fix some part of you, it's not because you're being selfless or kind. They know that you are in a vulnerable place, and they want to make sure they want to make you entirely dependent on them. Excuse me. Tell them no, thank you. You know exactly how to put gold in your own cracks. Again, we can sit here and I can sit here and say, this is coming up, but I don't have the answers for how everybody's going to fix, right? How everybody's going to fix whatever it is that's going on in their life. Or if somebody's even ready to admit to themselves that there's something within themselves that is making them react to things, right? We go ahead, we do these readings, we put out the information, we share the tools that we ourselves have used, but it is up to each individual to, again, do that space where they're reflecting on their own life and really realizing what it is that is actually theirs and what isn't. With the last card, we have number 42, homeward, take yourself out on a date. So we have, where is it? Okay. Slow down. It's time to press pause and contemplate before the next leg of your journey. It's in those solitary, introspective moments where we learn the most interesting and eye-opening things about ourselves. Take yourself out on a date of sorts, even if it's just a quiet and cozy night at home. Enjoy your own company. Enjoy your own company. Enjoy it. The more you learn to enjoy your own company, the more you learn to enjoy the companies of others, to be honest with you. The more you learn about yourself, the more you uncover about yourself, the more you're in a space of being more in alignment with the universe, being more in alignment with those that are coming towards you or coming into your life. Well, guys, that is all that I have for you for today. As always, thank you for spending this time with me. You okay, buddy? Let's see. I just want to put some of these away. So, anyways, as I was saying bye, and then I got distracted by one of the kids. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for all of those that have been donating to the channel, subscribing, sharing, and liking the videos. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye. And we end it now.